Good morning, my friends. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to another coffee and a card. I'm going to wait a few minutes to make sure that the lag on Facebook has caught up with us and people can jump in, and then we'll get started stamping today. I have a fun new card for you today that requires minimal stamping, but it uses one of my personal favorite new products. I just realized I wasn't talking into the mic, so we'll see if you guys can hear me. It uses one of my favorite new products from the November 2025 online exclusive products. I'm going to do things a little bit differently today. I wanted you to notice that because we've had so many issues with Facebook giving you the link, when you do like hashtag coffee29, we've had so many issues lately that I'm trying something different. Instead, the tutorial link will be at bzbstamper.com/29. That is actually my website. And so you'll have to, if you look at the post above where it introduces this video, there's actually a link there that you can click. So you don't need to comment. Just go to that link above, and it's www.bzbstamper.com. It's going to take you right to the tutorial. You can print it out, not a problem at all. All right, my friends, I am going to move my camera down. So hold on just a second. There we go. And I know there's a little bit of a glare, but that will end here in a minute. So this is the card that we're making today. And most of it was made with this paper. Now, I used the sentiment out of With You in Mind because it was the right size for what I wanted. But honestly, my friends, you can use any sentiment that you want on this card. Good morning. How are you this morning, Linda? Thanks for joining us live. I bet, Michelle, you were treated like a princess because you've been gone a long time, my friend. They missed you. Good morning, Dickie. How are you this morning, my friend? Okay, so let's talk about this gorgeous paper, my friends. This is the Hobby Haven Designer Series paper. It came out in the November 2025 online exclusive product. So about 11 days ago or so? I am so in love with this paper. I love the color. Let me show you. This is the front. Well, I like the non-specific sides better. So I call this side 1. This is side 2. If you are a book reader, you are going to love this paper. Here's backside number 2. And then it's got, if you're in the beauty business, spa, it's got all sorts of things in here. My favorite is the thing that you put over your eyes. Can't think of what that's called, but I like that. Then we've got the green plaid, and then this is for me, right? I mean, technically it's supposed to be about baking, but honestly, for me, it's all about that coffee espresso machine. Yes, I love it. And Michelle said, sorry, Cindy, about your credit union issue. I know. When our banks get hacked, there's nothing worse. I'm telling you. So anyway, that's the coffee side. I love this. Isn't this pretty? I know it's hard to see colors on my camera. I don't know why. That should do better than it does. But this is if you like plants, which I do. And I love these chairs too. I'd love to have that chair right there personally. And then this is the piece we're using today because I absolutely love it. And this is if you are a sewer or a knitter. Got to say that carefully. So now what I love about this paper is that was the paper, but then it also comes with all of these. I'm not going to show you all of them, but all of these pre-cuts. Now, I took them out because it drives me crazy when they drop out, and they punch out real easy. And they even have some white ones that you can color whatever color you want. And you guys, I am not exaggerating when I tell you there are, I don't know how many, I should have counted them, but there are a ton of them. Look at that coffee cup. And then you've got banners, you've got books, You've got a mixer. If there's just tons of stuff in here. They even have that really cool camera, which I thought was cool. If you go online, you can see a picture of what all the pre-cuts, because they're not really die cuts, but I can assure you that they punch out super, super easy. And one of the things I'm really excited about is I love to read and I love coffee. And I know it's called Hobby Haven, so I'm not quite sure why there's no stamping in there, but it's for all the other hobbies you have, including for our tea drinkers, a little tea bag that can go with what I think should be a coffee cup, but actually could be a teacup. So for those of you that like tea, they did not forget about you. So let's get started. Good morning, Joan from Sumner. How are you, my friend? Thanks for joining us live today. I know, right? I mean, there are so many in there. I didn't even have a chance to show you all of them. Michelle, you are my soul buddy. Coffee. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So let's get started. This is such a ridiculous easy card. I'm almost embarrassed to show it to you, but I don't think it looks like an easy card. And if you are joining us and are new to card making, this, my friends, is the card for you. So this is Pool Party. This is 4 1/4 by, I think it's 7 3/4, but again, it's in the instructions. And then I should do it this way. And then I scored it 2 1/4. So it just made that little flap to make a full size card. And then we are going to put, of course, a mat inside our card so that we can write in it if we need to, which is always a good thing when we send a card, to at least say hi and sign it, right? At least that's my thought. I really wish I could find the Shy Shamrock and Coastal Cabana, because you guys are going to love that. Maybe I'll use it as a color combo on one of my Monday posts, even though you've already seen the card. I might do that because it's really a cool color combo. So anyway, I am going to just glue that down. It's almost monochromatic, but putting the Shy Shamrock in there really just adds that, I don't know, just that really nice touch. Okay, so now we've got that part of the card done. Super simple, super easy. And then we've got these die cuts that I'm going to be using today. I keep calling them die cuts. They are pre-cuts, I think is probably a better term. They're fairly thin. They're they're designer paper. So think of it being that level. And what I first did is I put one here and I put one here, and I thought, oh my goodness, that's a lot of white space showing in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Pool Party ink, and I am going to take, let me move this so I don't accidentally, I'm just going to take a small blending brush. I could have used a large one. I'm going to tap off most of it, and then I'm just going to sponge the bottom here. Okay, I'm going to do one more layer. I don't want it too dark, but I want it to kind of eat up some of that white space that's here. I'm going to do just a little bit more. Pool Party is such a light color. All right, there, that should be enough. Now, if I wanted to, quite honestly, I could also sponge the white edges, but you guys, I'm not that particular. I'm just not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Summer Splash. That's what I decided to use instead of Coastal Cabana. Could use Coastal Cabana, could use Shy Shamrock, you could do anything. But because you guys all know that I am straight line impaired, I'm going to go ahead and put these down and just kind of get a feel for where I think I want them. That's good. And then I'm going to ink up my stamp. This is obviously a photopolymer stamp, so I want to give the ink pad a lot of love. And I think I want it to go right there. There we go. Should have been down just a little bit lower, but the cool thing is I can adjust where I put my paper pieces. So let me go ahead. I'm going to glue this one down first, kinda. Okay. And I know I'm going to want this one to go a little bit off the card right there. So I am going to go just like that. And I'm going to move that up a little bit more than I had it on my first card because this is up a little bit higher. And then I want this to hang off the card. So I'm going to put glue up here. And, oh, white on white, not my best thing. So let me just kind of move that around a little bit. So, and I'm going to put that right here. And you can see how having that pool party just kind of anchors these images. At least I hope you can see that. Let me pull that up. I don't know if it will. Can you see how the pool party just sort of anchors those down? And like I said, if I was really particular, I could also take my sponging. Let me do one just so you can see what it would look like. And just kind of sponge around the white edges of that so that it's not quite so white. Can you see the difference that made? So you could definitely do that if you wanted. And then I'm just going to glue it onto the pool party mat that is 1/4 of an inch larger. I don't remember the sizes, guys, but it is definitely in the instructions. Okay, so I'm just going to glue that down. And I really like how these pieces kind of go off the edge. I've always liked that look. Okay, now here's the important thing. Because Barb screwed up. Won't surprise anybody, I know. I used Summer Splash ribbon, and then when I went to write the instructions, I realized that we don't have this ribbon anymore. It is retired, and we don't have any pool party ribbon. But fortunately, I can share with you how you can make your own ribbon. So just grab any white ribbon you have, or basic beige, it doesn't matter. And then what you're going to do is you're going to hold your ribbon down in your ink pad with your blending brush. Now, so I don't have to get ink on my ink pad. I'm just going to hold it down. So pretend that the ink pad was open. Take your white ribbon, hold it down with your blending brush or a sponge. A sponge will work too. And I'm actually doing this in the wrong direction. So hold it down and then just pull it through on your ink pad. This is very slippery, and that's why the ribbon keeps slipping, but on your ink pad it won't. And then flip it over and do the same thing on the other side, and your white ribbon will look like this. Pretty cool, huh? One thing to keep in mind is it will take a little while to dry. So you're going to want to make sure that you take that into account. And then what I'm going to do is I am just going to tie this ribbon around the top. I just thought it needed something up there, and so ribbon it was. And my friends, I cut more than enough ribbon to do a bow. I don't think I can do a bow, but we will try just in case. Do a nice tight knot. I'm going to try to do a bow, guys. So everybody send me big hugs and kisses so that I can do this. I've always been told to tie your bow upside down, but that does not work for me. So see, I'm like, I don't know why I'm all thumbs when I try to do this on camera, but I am. Okay, so I don't quite want the bow that big. I make ugly bows. Please tell me I'm not the only one. This is way bigger than it should be, but I'm going to go with it because I'm sure watching me fiddle with my bow is like watching paint dry. So let's not go there. Okay, and then comes the most important part of this whole thing, which is you are going to glue this down here. And so you only want glue where this is going to sit. Now, there's a couple of different ways you can do this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right here. See that it's in the middle. I'm going to take my glue and then I'm going to put my glue here because I have issues. That's the easiest way to just say it. I have issues. Okay, and then we're going to put it right here. Now, you have a choice. You can put it down so that it doesn't show this bottom, or you can put it up even a little more and show more. I prefer to have it up. Seeing the white down here does not bother me, but I know that it will bother some people. So if it does, then that you could fix it that way. So there's card number 1. And this is card number 2, where I went with a knot instead of the bow. So pretty much both the same. Oh, Joan, I have to share this. Joan does rabbit ear bows. Okay, Joan, my children had Velcro shoes when they were young because I could not do rabbit ear bows. And my mother, who bless her soul, was a kindergarten teacher for a long, long time, had to show my poor children how to tie their shoes using rabbit ear bows because I couldn't do it. Now, guys, is that sad or is that sad? I think that's sad. Let me move my camera up. But truly, they had Velcro for everything because bows are, for whatever reason, beyond my capacity. Isn't that sad? I know. I probably shouldn't admit that. People are going to think I'm a little nutso. So Michelle liked both the bow and the knot. Cool. Did you like the paper? And did you like the colors? Because there are so many other color combos you could use for this card. If you don't like the blues and the greens, look, guys, you could go with petal pink. You could go, you can't see anymore. Hold on. That was dumb of me. You could go with petal pink. You could go with garden green. You could make this card in basic beige and pecan pie, especially with the books. That would be pretty. So the beauty of this paper, in my opinion, is that you get a really nice, large color palette. Joe goes, whatever works, huh? Yeah, pretty much, Joan. So I'm really glad that you like that paper, Cindy. I love this paper. It's one of my favorites. So there you go, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this very, very simple card. I just think that the paper made the whole card and you didn't need to make it more complicated, right? Sometimes you just need a card in a hurry, and that paper fits all of the things that, like, maybe you have a friend who likes to cook. Maybe you have a friend that likes to read books. Maybe you have a friend that is really into spas and doing things like that. There's something in that paper and in those paper pieces that you could make for all your friends, and you could make a ton of them in a hurry, unless they're your stamping friends, and then there's nothing in there, which I think is kind of weird. But here's the best part of that. Your stamping friends are going to go, oh my goodness, what a cute card. So it won't matter, right? It all is coming from the heart. And the important thing is that you're sending somebody a card. That's my philosophy anyway. So, okay, my friends, love you, love you, love you. Thanks for joining me today. I'm sorry about the new format. I hope it'll work. Let me know, because if it just doesn't work for you guys getting the tutorial from my blog, then we'll figure out a different way. But until I get the whole Facebook thing worked out, I just thought this was going to be easier. So talk to you later. Have a great creative rest of your week. I'll see you guys on Sunday for another Step It Up Stamping. Talk to you later. Bye.